What do you want to be when you grow up? As educators, this is a question we ask of all our students. And as parents, we do the same with our own kids. At least I know I do. For instance, I know that my son wants to be a space archaeologist and explore planets looking for alien bones. And my daughter wants to dedicate her life to saving animals and open up her own animal sanctuary. I too knew. At the age of 12, I vividly remember wanting to be an FBI agent. I dreamed of traveling the world, fighting crime, flashing the badge and wearing that iconic navy blue windbreaker jacket with the gold lettering on the back. As a youngster, I talked to every recruiter that would talk to me. I requested every brochure the FBI ever produced. In college, I majored in accounting because the FBI heavily recruited accountants to combat white-collar crime. After college, I was fortunate to land a job with KPMG as an auditor, a big accounting firm. Things were on track. The plan was coming together. And that all changed about a year and a half into my job. I remember driving home from a long day of work in somewhat of a spreadsheet trance. And my mind started to drift. I was daydreaming. Except this time, it wasn't about the FBI. It was about my senior year in high school at Boiling Springs High, of all places. You see, my senior year at high school, I had the opportunity to complete an internship in the life skills classroom at my school. It was a self-contained classroom for students with intellectual disabilities. The teacher gave me a variety of jobs to help out, and one specific request, and that was to help one of my classmates, another graduating senior in a couple months, to learn how to tie her shoe. And at first, I was a little bit overwhelmed with this request, but I dug in. So every day during fourth period, for 90 minutes, I would head down to the life skills classroom and help out. Eager at first, she was equally motivated because she's been at this for a while, trying to perfect this skill. She was also very anxious because the thought of graduating in a couple months without this skill was petrifying. So each day I went down and worked with her. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. But eventually she got it. And I will never forget the pure joy and pride and excitement that she just exuded in that moment. So here I am, back driving home from my job, asking the obvious question, why on earth am I thinking of this moment now? And by the time I got home, put the car in the driveway, placed it in the park, it hit me like a ton of bricks. You see, for the better part of my life, I was chasing this plan at all costs, with my head down, thinking of nobody but myself. But in reality, what I realized in that moment is I was really yearning a life of meaning and purpose and connection. And that moment, senior year, was all those things. And if I was being honest with myself, the last time I felt all those things. 2 months later, I resigned from my job as an accountant and enrolled full-time in a master's program in special education, taking classes in the evening and substituting in a variety of classrooms throughout the day, special education classrooms. And make no mistake, the critics were loud, from my coworkers that I left, to my best of friends, to my own family, asking me things like, how can you be so sure? Well, what about the FBI? Are you crazy? Do you want to encounter more debt? Are you even any good at teaching? And in case there was an ounce of doubt in my own mind, that would vanish about 2 years later, when I graduated with my degree and teaching certificate in hand and found myself back at my former high school, Boiling Springs High, in that same life skills classroom, except this time not as an intern, but as the lead classroom teacher. And those same emotions that my classmate felt in that moment years prior, that joy, that pride, that connection, that meaning was now inside of me. And I knew. So as I reflect back on this journey today in real time, I think about this and I wonder, the connection that I was trying to make. And what I think is that I need to change that question ever so slightly and have the courage to help others do just that. So you see, dreams are necessary and goals are critical in life, but both are simply just activities without passion and purpose. So moving forward, I challenge myself and others to not just simply ask our young people, what do they want to be when they grow up, but who? Who do they aspire to be and why? Thank you.